This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Huskies will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Groupers offense will go to work first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Mark it at the 39. So Washington's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too...
He's loose. It's a seam wide open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Williams will pass. Quarterback adapting. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's dragged down. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Huskies look to keep this drive humming. They want to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. Wide open spaces. Rams him with the stiff arm. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. And the Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's trying to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll leave it with him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
With the back. Nice move to keep running. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
On the option. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the groupers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Gonna run it. It's Coleman. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off off the play fake on first down to throw. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Huskies. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an under... And they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here's the handoff. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might as well give it to him again. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run the option. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Williams looking for a man. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Floating away. Unleashes one. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be... Page there.
And the Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. Oh, out of space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Quick step and go. They make the stop. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. On first down, here comes this offense. The give on the inside. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams will pass. Sets up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They'll go with a direct snap. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The play action fake. The throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Williams looking for a man. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Now this offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Parrish. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the groupers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The groupers line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Catch is made at the 15. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll do it himself. Creates a little room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Swings it out to the flat. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the groupers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Parrish. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The groupers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. There's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Give to the running back. And the defense drags him down.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the groupers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Williams will pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch on the left. Running free. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The groupers send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the sixth time tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He wants to change this route. Toss sweep right. And some room to work. Turning on the Jets. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Powers through the defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And here comes the offense on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Lawson. It's a running room. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. This drive will open from the 15. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Goes to the option. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the groupers decide to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in my day. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. So now it's 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. A little release to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
It'll be 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Rides the back on the option to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. Bust through behind his pad. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Tight end now in motion. They go to the ground. Makes a man miss. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The groupers are flying down the field. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Wicks. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Groupers.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive going to the air. Gets away. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Past the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Give him 88 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Everything going the offense's way. To stay.
Trying to get it in. 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the groupers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the option. Now the pitch. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. They'll run for it. Finding an escape route. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Craig. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give out of the gun. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense changing the play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes his man miss. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. With the clock running, this should be the final play. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field.